Brazilian President Bolsonaro fires health minister who refused to downplay pandemic. Brazil is the only country in the world where the Minister of Health will fall for having decided to fight the coronavirus, a leftist politician said. This fucking moron will get thousands killed. Brazil is the only country in the world where the Minister of Health will fall having decided to fight the coronavirus. Well, you're a hell of a lot more optimistic than I am. I'm in shock. I can't believe Bolsonaro actually did it. He's been threatening firing Mandetta for what feels like forever, but I had hoped that he was bluffing. Things are going to get a whole lot messy in Brazil. This is not the time for more political instability. I just can't stand it anymore. Brazilian here, we live in the 5th largest country in the world with a population of 230 million and we have only 63,000 tests performed. Whatever number you see about Brazil, you can easily multiply that by 20. We are fucked with a fucking moron as president. Filho da puta burro. Is there any logical explanation for this? What's going through Bolsonaro's head to make such decision, and, in general, vehemently deny the danger of this virus? I don't know, I see no benefit to anybody in doing this. Forca Brazil, smiley, a leftist politician said. I can't believe it's now a matter of what side you are on the political spectrum, whether to believe this pandemic or to listen to idiots who are convincing other idiots that this is a hoax or nothing serious. This is not left or right. This is survival or humans getting killed. Insane. RIP Brazil. Won't be the only country, just the first, I believe. Just like Trump, by the end of his term Bolsonaro will have alienated anyone mildly competent in his government, until there's only yes man surrounding him. What the fuck is going on in this world? Why do we have so many people that are anti-science? I'm in despair. I really just want to know how we got here. How the hell has he not become infected with it? How did that moron got elected? One thing about this virus in Brazil. Most of the favela's residents don't have basics like treated water or sewers. They have a lot of disease going around, like tuberculosis, and this epidemic will help clean some of those PPL in favelas. I don't agree with this. But it is what I think about the position of their president. What's the current infected v death rate in Brazil and how accurate is it? This dude is the most blatant fucking fascist LMAO. We're in a time where not being a retard is considered left-leaning. Ses tau fudidos. Bolsonaro's hole is more apt, I think. Somehow I'm seeing torches and pitchforks in Bolsonaro's future. This is how the right wing deal with crisis. I mean, we keep guessing when Trump is gonna get rid of Fauci, so. Apparently there's a competition for the biggest idiot going around. Bolsonaro and Trump currently lead the pack. Am I the only one who sees this ending with Bolsonaro dragged from some building by a mob while soldiers conveniently bend over to tie their shoes? Bolsonaro makes Trump look like George Washington. I'm glad this psycho isn't my president. I pray for the people of Brazil, though great people don't deserve this nonsense. Fucktard Bolsonaro should be given consecutive life sentences for every COVID-19 victim he is ignorantly and arrogantly sentencing to death. A leftist politician said. Fuck off with labeling people left or right. This is a humanity issue. Freaking idiot. I'm pretty sure Bolsonaro watched the 1985 film, Brazil, and took it as a playbook for the future. He won't fall though. The right will keep winning and getting worse and worse till we slide quietly in a dystopian authoritarian nightmare. We lost. Human beings en masse are more susceptible to propaganda and greed than they are compassion. That's why the majority of human history is dogshit, with a few passing phases of peace, prosperity, and caring. There will be no Brazilians left to even re-elect him. The mafia should really take care of this and get their country back. Good luck, Brazilians. US and Brazil in a race to the bottom. So basically the Brazilian president is firing the health minister because he wanted to take measures against the pandemic. I'm sorry, is usually hard for me to understand political problems. Can someone briefly explain? The only good thing about COVID-19 is that each country finally gets what it deserves based on their voting. If you voted for an intelligent scientist, like Germany, you get an extremely low death rate. but if you voted for an imbecilic dictator, like Brazil and the US, it's starting to look like certain world leaders want a larger number of people to die. This can't be just plain stupidity. No opportunity like a crisis. The bigger the crisis, the bigger the opportunity. The people signed their own death certificates when they voted for this uneducated buffoon. If only that dude had stabbed him in the right place. Removed. In the state where I live, CE. The hospital beds are 100% occupied. I think we're going to die. Yeah, all the other despots that are fucking up their coronavirus responses are just keeping all their health ministers on staff until after it's over so they can blame them for their own colossal fuck-ups on the matter. Sorry Dr. Fauci, your days are numbered. Well, Brazil and maybe the USA. We shall see, cunt. Leftist. USA, hold my beer. America enters the chat. I get that Trump supporters like Trump's racial policies, lowering taxes, or just wanna own the libs. What are the equally sorry excuses for Brazilians to have Bolsonaro in power? Didn't the US do this exact same thing? We are living in a horror dystopia. Pensive face. This is sad and a little desperate. I've seen at least 20 comments that say Trump/US, hold my beer, you guys are so original and funny. So far, American exceptionalism has something to say, methinks. Unlike many of Bolsonaro's louder and more prominent picks, he possessed relevant experience. I read this as pricks.